So, I want to tell you about when I stopped performing, or why I stopped performing, and truly started to seek healing. So, um, as I mentioned before, I have a mentor, and she preached faith in God, and she also preached therapy. Um, so the first one I tried because at that time I just still wasn't ready to go to God. So Um, this was 2020 when I first sought therapy. And I did therapy for a few months and it was helpful. Um, it taught me some coping mechanisms and helped me talk through some things that I was still holding on to from childhood. And, but it wasn't healing. So I could do like one of the things that we discussed in my therapy was my thoughts. And I would have these recurring thoughts that it was so hard to control. And it didn't matter. Like I could, do an activity to take my mind off of it, but it was always something I saw or something I read or that would trigger those thoughts. And it's like I just couldn't shake them. And but the coping mechanisms I learned helped for a minute, but it wasn't like a long-term solution. Um, and that feeling, that emptiness, that darkness, that void that I felt that led to me doing therapy creeped back again last year. And it was at that moment that I knew for me to have true healing, I had to turn to God because nothing else was working. Um, like every door I tried to go through, everything I tried to do was really just masking the pain. It was masking the hurt. It was masking the torture. It wasn't getting rid of it. Um, so once I truly decided to seek God, and well, one thing I had to learn about God is renewing the mind. So I had to unlearn all of the lies that I heard or absorbed as a child, and even the things that I told myself as an adult, because I can't put it all on childhood. Even as an adult, I made very poor decisions that led to my thinking. And but once I truly began to study my Bible and understand what God was telling me, understanding God's character and what He was saying about me, um, when when those thoughts started to take root, is when true healing began. And like there was a point where I couldn't even talk about my childhood without getting emotional. Um, or without trying to romanticize the hurt so it would hurt less. Um, but when when I tell you, staying focused on God made the biggest difference in my life. Um, some thoughts I don't even have anymore, and it's not like I deliberately stopped thinking about him. It's like he healed that part of me, and I don't have to keep carrying that hurt around anymore. And this is not to say that you shouldn't seek therapy. Therapy is great. I learned some great things from it. I'm a big advocate for it. Uh, it just it was like a stepping stone. It wasn't the end all be all, but it was a great. And the fact that my therapist was Christian was a big help because she also encouraged faith, and that's what I needed. People that was going to encourage me to seek the true healer of all. And yeah, um, walking with God, having a relationship with God is just it's life changing.